gang, it is All the News, and my name is Adam, and some very interesting news coming out today. Our good friend AH seems to have turned up in London, the as they call the British city London. If you don't know where London is, I can't really help you, to be honest. And what are they saying? She's a doting mum, they call her. This is from the Mail Online, and it's coming from the Female, which is one of their little sections that they have up here. So I'm assuming that this is aimed at the female audience. So pitched at the sort of trying to rehabilitate her, trying to have her PR department, trying to aim at the motherhood, at the sorority, trying to portray her as a doting, kind mother. That's my impression anyway. So we've got doting mum, yeah. AH cuddles 1-year-old daughter. I can see where they're sort of pitching this story. Una, as they enjoy trip to wine store in London after the actress vowed to focus on motherhood full-time in wake of her 10.3 million defamation case lost to Johnny Depp. The mother of one, who welcomed her baby girl Una Page Heard in April 2021 via surrogate, enjoyed a day out in the British city on Tuesday. It is, what is it today? It is currently Thursday, but it's 1 o'clock in the morning at the moment. This story came out 3 hours ago, and let's have a little look. The actress, 36, appeared happy and relaxed as she visited a wine shop, you do surprise me, with her daughter and an unidentified female friend. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Heard dressed comfortably for the outing, donning a grey skirt and top, black pea coat on top to keep her warm amid London's cold weather. It's actually really nice here at the moment. You know, it's late October, 27th of October, but it's really warm. Really weirdly warm, but they're calling it cold weather. As for little Una, she bundled up in a fuzzy jacket and blue pants. The outing comes just over 4 months after a verdict was reached in her and Depp's highly controversial $100 million defamation trial. Wasn't really controversial, to be honest, with the jury ruling firmly in favour of the Pirates of the Caribbean star. Not that you'd know that, according to this article. Afterwards, she said she was looking forward to focusing on being a mum and putting the trial behind her. She lied through her teeth, explaining, "I want to move on with my life," she continued to lie, "and be a mum full-time without having to juggle calls with lawyers." She lies after appealing for the second time and calling her lawyers. However, it doesn't appear as though she's moved on. Well done, as it was recently reported that Heard, who owes Depp how much? 10.3 million in damages, had filed an appeal against the defamation trial. You see, this is this contradiction constantly. It's like, I want to move on, no, I want to be free, I don't want to call, blah, blah. Oh, I'm going to call my lawyers. Right, so who have we got here? AH vowed to focus on full-time motherhood, she lied, in a wake of her court case lost to Johnny Depp. And it looks as though the actress is committed to doing just that. Not really. Well, not really. After she was spotted enjoying a low-key outing in London with her 1-year-old daughter Una Page yesterday, the mother of one, who welcomed her baby girl in April 2021 via surrogate, was pictured out and about in the British city with her young daughter and a female pal, Eve Barlow. The actress, 36, how come they don't know who she is, appeared happy and relaxed as she visited a wine shop, where she was seen perusing the selection while cuddling her little girl. See, they're using all these sort of emotive language, cuddling and doting and all that sort of stuff. She dressed comfortably for the outing, a grey skirt, top, black pea coat to keep her warm amongst the cold weather. I like this jacket, that's nice. This coat, nice skirt as well. I've seen that a lot actually. Where did I see that last? It was on some show. And we got some patent leather boots. We've got a kid in a pram. What does that say? Marilou. Épicerie, fine spices. This could be the wine shop. Interesting. And that's Eve Barlow. Amber Heard was spotted out and about after vowing to focus on motherhood, which she used as a PR line. And she's out and about. There's Eve Barlow. There's Una. There's AH. And she's like, oh, what is she thinking now? What's she up to now? It's like, what's going on? And some more pictures, dressed comfortably. And there you go. Oh, looks like a Marks and Spencer's bag. Yeah, Marilou. So there's some more pictures. She completed the look. With a pair of laced-up combat boots. Not really. She appeared to be makeup free. I would always doubt that, to be honest. And kept her long blonde hair in a ponytail. Yeah, I don't think that's makeup free, but okay. She's like, do you want to get 2 or 4? The actress, 36, appeared happy and relaxed as she visited a wine shop with her daughter and unidentified female friend, Eve Barlow. So she is. She bundled up in a fuzzy jacket. Kids love fuzzy stuff. And some pink shoes. Brilliant. She completed the look. Combat boots. Would you call those combat boots? I would not myself, but there we go. Makeup free, they say, because that's always a nice little line. I don't believe a word of it myself. As for little Una, we know that. After leaving the liquor store, not sure we call it a liquor store in the UK, but that's acceptable. What would I call it? A wine shop or a off license. After leaving the liquor store, the Aquaman star, yeah, we're going to talk about that in a minute as well. Looks like she's definitely in Aquaman 2, and everyone's hopes, dreams and ambitions of her not being in there have been dashed. I couldn't be sadder. I was like, no, come on now. But no. So yeah, bad news is on the way. Look forward to that video. Well, don't really. And after leaving the off license, the Aquaman star and her pal, she's not a pal, chatted as they went for a stroll while AH pushed her daughter in a stroller. We call those prams, abbreviated from the word perambulator, which means to walk. And she went for a stroll with a pram, with AH pushing her daughter in the stroller as they enjoyed some fresh air. It's London, you don't really get fresh air. They often stopped to grab some food. They even stopped, I can't even read today, they even stopped to grab some food at one point as the 36-year-old was munching on an unidentified snack. I like this random stuff. While she ate from a white carton. Heard revealed that she'd become a mum in July. Yeah, not really, but okay. In 2021 via Instagram, writing at the time that she was both the mum and the dad to Una. I mean, no, but not either. I mean, morally maybe, but she's not the mum, it was a surrogate, and she didn't provide, let's say, DNA. So, but I get what she's saying. She is the person who is, both the mother and the father to the child and bringing the child up and love and attention. All of that bit I get, but biologically, no, neither. I hope we arrive at a point where it's normalised to not want a ring in order to have a grip. She's always trying to go round things. It's always like dodging and smudging. Anyway, the outing comes just over 4 months after a verdict was reached in her and Depp's highly controversial $100 million defamation trial, with the jury ruling firmly in favour of the Pirates of the Caribbean Star 59. Yeah, this is not looking good for Pirates of the Caribbean 6 either. That looks in a big world of pain as well. Oh, it's all bad news at the moment, to be honest. AH is far too close to me. She's like, I preferred it when she was in Spain, but now she's near London. And it doesn't look like Pirates of the Caribbean 6 is going to happen. And it looks like she's in Aquaman 2. I mean, what's going on today? Exes, her AH and Depp, who tied the knot in 2015 and then got divorced in 2016. It's quality when that happens. Quality. Battled it out in court to determine if a 2018 Washington Post essay written by AH, sort of, and ACLU, really written by ACLU and signed off by AH, if you really want to sort of know the truth, in which she accused the actor of DV, but really the jury believed not a single word. The jury believed not a word of her story, literally a story. And she held on to her daughter as she checked the wine. What's she doing with the hand? She's like, four balls? Hey, stronzo. 5 balls, get 5 balls, and some crisps. You can tell it's London, there's crisps. Una rested her head on her mother's shoulder. Yes, she did. At one point during the shopping, there's Eve Barlow looking glum. And I looked up this 0845 blah blah blah, and this RB London. These are a building manufacturing company. They make buildings, they design buildings. What's the word for that? I'm going to call them architects. I wish I learned English. That would be nice. Marilu. I'm going to look up that in a second. So after leaving the off license, the Aquaman star and pal, Eve Barlow, chatted as they went for a stroll. I guess, you stroll with a stroller, but we perambulate with a pram. AH pushed her daughter in a stroller. We've addressed that issue already. And here she is randomly. That's a weird thing. That looks like Chinese takeaway boxes that you only see in the US. Those fold up ones. I've not seen them in the UK for Chinese food. And it looks slightly smaller as well. I'm being overly analytical. There are more crisps, you see. And grab some food, munching on an unidentified snack that she ate from a white carton. And there's lots of pictures of her scoffing from that. I think this is the back of the Marilu bag. That's a Marks and Spencer's bag. This is London. I've seen these a lot in London, but it doesn't tell me where in London. But I think the Marilu thing will. She's looking a bit zoned out. She's like, what's going on? I hope we arrive at a point where it's normalised to not want a ring in order to have a crib. Yeah, I get that. I studied sociology for quite a while, and there is a big difference between marriage and cohabitation in terms of the prospects of children. Children do much better in a marriage rather than they do in a cohabitation. I don't know why, but it seems that there's much more permanency in marriage. There's a tendency for the partners to stay together, and that provides stability for the children. And in cohabitation, there's a greater chance of breaking up, which leads to instability, which leads to worse results for the children educationally. So this line of I hope we arrive at a point where it's normalised to not want a ring in order to have a crib isn't actually the best for the child. But you might say that this is a postmodern sort of idea that you can create your own family and your own structure, but there is real evidence that marriage creates stability, which is good for children. But this is the side point. Moving on. We've got an automatic door here. We've got, she's still buying wine. She's more crisps. Brilliant. More crisps over here. Oh, Kent crisps. Ah, see, yeah, see. Kent, Garden of England, make crisps. 4 months after the trial, she's still doing the old Italian gesture there. More stronzo. Well, I don't know what I'm talking about at the moment. Still lots of gestures going on. Oh, what's that? Okay. And yeah, we know all this. She was ordered to pay 10 million and then 5 million. That was reduced to 350,000 because that's the cap on punitive damages. And she was awarded 2 million in compensatory damage. From what I heard, this was awarded by the jury as a sort of trade-off. When they were in the jury room, they was trading sort of agreements with each other, and they wanted a unanimous verdict, and one or two of them were holding out and saying, look, we can't give a unanimous verdict. And they were like, well, what if we say we give you this one, we give you AH can have this if we can have the other side of it. So it felt like a bit like horse trading when I was reading it. Quite interesting. Anyway, she called the verdict unfair. Well, she would. During an interview with the Today Show, Anne insisted she was going to stand by every word of her testimony until the day she dies. To be honest, in my personal opinion, it was a pack of lies. Absolute pack of lies. I've never seen the like of it. But that's my personal opinion. It's also the opinion of the court, because all she had to prove was one incidence of DV, and she would have won. And they didn't believe a single word of it. So you may stand by every word of your testimony, but no one else believes you. So the movie star doubled down, of course she did, on her allegations that Depp was physically violent towards her during the whole 1 year of marriage. God, can you imagine? She's so awful that it went apart in 1 year. She could water. Anyway, she accused him of lying on the stand when he said he never hit her while speaking to Today host Savannah Guthrie, which was a bad choice for her as well. She also told the outlet that she was looking forward to focusing on being a mum following the trial, explaining I get to be a mum full time without having to juggle calls with lawyers, she said, and then phoned her lawyer. It's just why? What is going on? What is going on with this woman? And there she is, Eve Barlow. She's obviously either back with Eve Barlow, or there's some sort of meet-up, or maybe she's in London now. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe she's staying in London. Maybe she's off. Or she could be anywhere. AH called the verdict unfair. Well, she would. Lots of pictures of a doting mother, aiming at the female audience, aiming for sympathy, as far as I can tell. Yeah, lots of sympathy. Look how nice I am. I'm a nice person. Believe. Look at me. I'm so nice. And it's a good face. We know all this. More pictures here. She looks a bit manic there. And more pictures. I'm a lovely mother. You can believe me. Yep. Just don't let her get behind you, is what I say. just don't let her get anywhere near behind you. She seemed in good spirits, as she would. Marks and Spencer's bag full of wine. Brilliant. I want to move on with my life. I have a baby. I have to move on. I want to move on. I want Johnny to move on too. However, I want to keep suing him as well. It doesn't appear as though she's moved on. It says the Daily Mail, who might know some stuff. As it was recently reported, she's filed an appeal. We know this as well. So there you go. What's the comments? Florida Girl 123. She says she looks like a good mum. Yeah. See, that's what they want. That is what the results over here. 1,000 people are like, no, she's not. But 400 people are like, yeah, she's great. She's the best. So there you go. And this is a bit weird. You've got 1,400 interactions and only one comment on the whole thing. Wow. That doesn't happen very often when you've got 1,400 people and nobody's saying anything. Wow, okay. Something's going on there as well. I would be Not surprised. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts, your hopes, your dreams, your ambitions, and try to like and subscribe if you found anything interesting, and join the membership. That's always good. There's super thanks if you want to give me money for rum. I think I've run out of rum actually, and I'm trying to get sponsorship with this company that sell rum, which is going to be brilliant. That's going to be the funniest thing ever. And I think that's about it. Is there anything about it? Oh, there's going to be a giveaway this week sometime with a Dior leather bracelet that I've got over there. This thing. And I will see you guys later.